So it is Monday, bank holiday, and we decided screw it, time to hit the road. So we're going on a road trip. Welcome to the first stop of the day, folks. Archer needed to do some business, so we decided we'd stop here in Cashel. And this is the Rock of Cashel, which is absolutely spectacular. It sits looking over the town of Cashel itself, but it would have been the seat of the kings of Munster back since the 5th century. But most of the buildings and what have you see nowadays is dating back to the 12th to 13th century. But we're going to have a little wander over here to this abbey before we head back on the road. But we most certainly will be back and see these places in more detail in time. Normally when I'm staying away in the van, I always cook dinner in the van to keep costs down and what have you. But Archer convinced me this evening that we should treat ourselves. So we got some Bischoffs of Howth fish and chips, and we're here sitting on the harbour looking out. Pretty epic evening. So, Archer's around the place sussing out Howth. This is the village of Howth, so traditionally would have been a fishing village. It's not too far from Dublin city. It's in Dublin County, it's on the seaside, as you can see. But there's a cliff walk just up that direction that I used to bring groups, and that was the first thing they used to do from the airport. We'd go up there and do that walk. Absolutely kill them. They'd all arrive in their jeans and their good clothes for their travel, and we'd drag them up a cliff walk. But how bad. But we have to go find a place to stay now for the night. We're hoping that we can go up and camp up there, but it being the area it is, there's probably no parking signs, so we'll have to see what happens. No, right, Archer? Archer's out of here. Fine morning to you all, folks. So we stayed up here on Howth last night, didn't we, Archer? Stretch it out, by. And in all my excitement of packing up, I forgot to bring breakfast for myself. But more importantly, Archer's after having his breakfast, and I'll show you the view the reason we stayed up here last night. But you'll see just in the distance there, that is Ringsend Pier, or Ringsend Tower. That's the entrance into Dublin Harbour. As you make your way along the coast, you have all the different towns of Dunleary and what have you in Dublin. So if you ever are in Dublin, well worth getting a train out to them. But that direction is where we're heading today, where the clouds are over right now. It is meant to be getting wet later on, so we'll see what happens. But We're going to head for Bray, and then we're going to head on down to Wicklow. So folks, we left Dublin, did the Bray walk, headed for the Powers Court Gardens, but unfortunately they don't welcome dogs there, which, it's garden. But anyway, it's their garden, their choice. The waterfall, I've been there before, and I don't believe it's worth €6 to get in. So we are up at Sally's Gap at the moment, and we're going to take a little walk, but we're going to have lunch first, bit of coffee and some sandwiches. Well, I am. Archer's going to sit here and drool all over my cushions, watching me eat it, and probably get some. No, right, Archer? Anyway, the rain is beginning to fall a little bit, but hey, fingers crossed it changes. If not, we'll make the most of it. We're parked up for the evening. Kettle is on, and we're going to be having ravioli for dinner. Well, Thomas. And this is our view. Not too shabby at all, Wicklow. Not too shabby at all. A very good morning to you all, folks. Archer's kicking about, waiting to go. But as you can see, it's a little cloudy this morning. So we're gonna get the kettle on and see where the day takes us. And welcome to Glendalough, folks. So Glendalough is one of Ireland's national parks. It's actually the largest national park. It covers most of Wicklow Mountains, and I have to say it's absolutely spectacular. Just here in Glendalough Valley, there's a visitor centre, a hotel, there's 2 different lakes, and there's 4, if not 5 different trails that you can take, all different levels of difficulty and lengths and what have you. We had planned on doing the White Trail, which is the longest and hardest one, but because of the weather being so poor, cloud cover rolling in, we decided that we wouldn't bother, and we would just take a wander around, check out some of the smaller trails for a change. So that is the plan now. So welcome to Glendalough. walk around Kilkenny this morning. I can't even begin to start telling you how much history there is in this place. So I'm going to try to show you by video rather than me trying to explain it, because it goes on for a long time. Here's Kilkenny. Well, my friends, that is Kilkenny. I have to say, it's a beautiful town. And you know what? Their traffic wardens are efficient. I have to say, I was up the road there getting coffees and pastries for the road home. And I was keeping an eye in the van. I could see it from a distance. And as I walked down the road, I saw her getting me. But anyway, it is what it is. It's still worth a visit, even if it was a costly coffee. My fault, but sure, I would say lesson learned, but it probably isn't. So folks, we are no longer in sunny Kilkenny. We are now at the viaduct of Kilmacthomas in County Waterford. And the reason we are down here is we came straight down south instead of heading back onto the motorway, because we are now on the route home. But currently there's meant to be a sun eclipse. The moon is meant to cover about 30% of the sun. But as you can see, the weather is not exactly playing along. It's raining and it's cloudy, but it's classic Irish weather. If you don't like it, wait 5 minutes and there's a good chance it'll be changed. But we're going to make our way on home on the last leg. So let's go. So folks, you can see we made it home safe and sound. As you can see, Archer's enjoying his relaxation since he got home. But we just wanted to show you a map of Ireland and show you whereabouts we were. So this is my new map that I got. I'm sticking this up in the van so I can point out where I am going around the place, give you a better idea visually. So this is Cork down here, and this is where I am down here in West Cork. And on this trip, we headed off up the motorway. We stopped here in the middle of Tipperary on the way up in Cashel, and then made our way on up to Dublin. And then out at this point is Howth. That is where we spent our first night. And then we made our way down along the coast the next day, down into Wicklow, where we stayed in the national park there and went hiking around Glendalough. And then because we had the extra day, we made our way down to Kilkenny, where we stayed overnight there and went wandering earlier on today. So normally then you would head back over and come down the motorway, but today I decided head straight down south and join up with Waterford, just because the plan was it was more scenic. But as you saw earlier, it didn't turn out that way, but I didn't mind. It's still beautiful, I have to say. And this area is where we were on our last trip. So this whole southeast coast here is known as Ireland's Ancient East tourism wise. So I think we've covered it pretty well now over the last few weeks. So hopefully we just need to make the videos now, and hopefully you agree that we got the best of it. But we've ticked off this for now. We will be back in time. And on that note, folks, I bid you all a farewell. Archie here is absolutely conked. But I would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe this video. We would really appreciate it. If we can generate more on YouTube, then it gives us more opportunity to get out and go exploring more and bring you more videos and bring you along with us. So for now, folks, Shlán.